Todd, I know that you touched on this a little bit yesterday, but could you give a thought on just how your roster maybe is better suited to play against the Anaheims of the world, given the sizable additions up front?
Well, the size increase helps against any team. The bigger, the stronger, but you got to be able to move around the rink. You got to be able to make the plays and execute when called upon. And big or small, you have to get it done that way. And we are bigger and stronger than we have been in the past, but Anaheim's going to play the same way. They handle pucks very well along the boards. They cycle well, rely a lot on their special teams. So, in some of those instances, size helps. Other instances, you have to be quick and fast, and we need a combination of both.
For this division, that size you mentioned, is it maybe a bit more important in a division like this one that you're obviously familiar with in terms of having the size to compete with the Kings?
Well, it helps. Again, their teams are built maybe a little bit different out here than some of the other divisions, but I think pace can help against size as well, the speed and the quickness of teams. If you can combine size with that, then you've got something. If you're, if you just got a team of big turtles, it's not going to get a lot done. So you need a combination of both.
Todd, in regards to your team's slow starts, obviously if you had the answers, it wouldn't be happening. But how much of that is mental?
I would say that there's two types of the mental fact that comes, I don't know what word I'm looking for, mental play that comes into it. One, not being mentally prepared to play 5 or 6 games ago. Now it's in your head. So when they do score, you take a little bit of time to think and reflect, and you lose 5 or 6 minutes of valuable playing time. And I think that was the case against the Rangers. But the preparation mental part is important. And then the impact that a goal like the Rangers had against us also affected us mentally, if that makes any sense at all.
Kessler plays an aggressive checking style against, but is he different than other guys that might go against Connor?
Well, he does a real good job at it. He's a valuable guy to their team, and you don't get nominated for a top defensive player award without having that skill set and the ability to do it. And what's impressive about him is that he has the ability to hurt you offensively while he's doing it. And he's become a very effective career player in that sense. And Connor or whoever goes up against him, whether it's on our team or anybody else's, has their work cut out for him. So you have to give that individual a lot of credit for how he's carved the niche into his career and how he affects the outcome of games.
I know we're not even at the quarter point yet, just yet. But do you recall a year in recent memory where the division itself is and could potentially be up for grabs, maybe even through the course of the season?
Yeah, and you know what? We've obviously both been in it for a long time. There always seem to be one or two favorites, and one or two, developing growth, rebuild type teams. Kind of been on both sides of that with San Jose and now in Edmonton. And this year there may be a little more parity, but again, I don't think that separation has been allowed to happen. We got away on teams a little bit. They're reeling us back in, and vice versa. And there's a lot of inter-divisional play that has to take place before it all gets sorted out.
Maroon said he's a much more confident player this season. What do you attribute some of that confidence to? Can some of that just be from playing on Connor's line?
Well, yeah, I think so, but he didn't start the season there. I think Patty earned his confidence and when he came to Edmonton last year, he showed up ready to play and he had an impact. But most importantly, what he did over the summer. He was asked to do some things away from the rink that we thought would help his career, and he committed himself to it. And we couldn't be happier for him, deciding that was important for his career and important for our team. And as a result, he's got off to a really good start. He's become such an important part of our team. We're lucky to have him.